back to the circle, everybody. What's up? If you didn't know, now you do. This is home of all things artistic. If you have a poem, a rap, a song, some artwork, or just a conversation you want to have, this is the place to come get your thoughts and feelings heard. If you're interested in coming on the show, message me on Facebook at Dylan Lawler, or you can email me at lostboy420x@gmail.com. That's lostboy420x@gmail.com. As always, guys, I just want to take a second to talk about mental health. A friend of mine was going through some stuff last night, and I told him for same thing I always say, there is always someone to talk to, but also we've always had pain in our life and bad things in our life, and we're here where we are now for a reason, and it's worth fighting through the bad times to get to those good times, because we live for the happy times. That's what we're here for. So I just reminded them that, you know, there's been darkness before, you've gotten through it, and you'll get through it again, and there will be better times. So I just wanted to say that to everyone out there. And also, as usual, to hotlines or resources that I wanted to share with you guys is 988 hotline. You can text, or you can go to their website, lifelinecrisis.com, and find help there. Also, betterhelp.com. They will hook you up with an online therapist in under 48 hours. And if you don't like the therapist and you don't vibe with them, they'll switch it out until you find somebody that you do like to talk to. Therapy is expensive, and this is one of the cheapest options out there. So I hope everybody finds some help out there. So let's get on with the show. If y'all missed last week, I'm going to give y'all a throwback. Y'all voted for her. She won for the second time. And so she's obviously a fan favorite. Let's roll the clip, guys.
Cocoon.
Cocoon. All right. Well, let's hear it.
Not quite who I used to be, and still not done transforming. I'm alone up in the darkness, and I'm far from being comfortable. The mountains that I climb on a daily got me humbled. I'm restricted in its chrysalis. A cocoon should be more formal. Balancing the reality of dead but not dying. My wings are being developed and my legs quit trying. This is just a scary dream, sleep paralysis reality. Praying for amazing grace to shine a light up in its space. Freedom, I just need a taste. Feeling like Jenny, give me wings and I'll leave this place. Restricted in afflictions, I get a grip on my intentions. I refuse to leave the way I came. My heart can't be the same. Far from what I used to be, and I'm constantly changing. Shackled by cocoon phase, I'm silently fighting. I took the keys to Hell's Gate. My demons no longer want to play. Ascending from the ashes as a butterfly on a brighter.
Clean. Woo! I know everybody's clapping, even though I don't have a live audience. But our first guest tonight is another throwback artist that you guys have voted for in the past. She's been here before. She's one of my personal favorites. She's one of your personal favorites. She's got 2 books out on Amazon, Hive Mind of Maggots and Nightgowns and Other War Memorabilia. And if you want to follow her, you can go follow her on Instagram at Beelzebub_Montgomery, or on Facebook at BLZ Poetry. And let's bring her up here.
Some days I'm confused if this is a museum or a battleground, if I am standing in depressing mourn, staring at a display case of my own misery, or if I am still holding the gun, trying not to be the next one down. There are many parts of me I will never meet or be again, the little girls who lie dead, futilely clutching toys and guns from their unfortunate attempt to fight, the ones of me missing still, gone to some amnesia and shadowed by the monsters that are my agony and rage, the ones held prisoner either by myself or the tongue-licked lip smirks of monsters. Is this display case screaming for me, or have I missed the exploding shell that has landed against another part of me? I know I will be the last one standing, I can see that. The fact does still not help me know if this is here and now or there and then. I write this, I sing this, I breathe this for nothing else but them, the fallen, the prisoners, the missing, and their memorabilia.
Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I at least you're here, and I appreciate you being here. Um, I'm not going to keep you too long because I know you got things to do, and um, but uh, and everybody has already gotten an introduction on you. So if you want an introduction on her, go watch the past episodes. But what is the poem you're going to be sharing with us tonight?
Mercy.
Mercy. All right. Well, I'm just going to drop myself out of here and let's get to it.
All right. Love came to me like a plague doctor to the bedside of hope. Love came to me with its patchy hair and its swollen gums and grinded flat teeth and said, "Do not grieve what it is I have done to you." And I knew immediately that love was selfish. Though this was not as hard to learn as it was that I wanted to not grieve its crimes. I wanted to let love pass without its heavy guilt so it may come back to me once more, to beg its pardon and play its favorite. So when love tries to find its new target, its new victim, I stand out among the crowd. It was hard of my heart to learn that, though when love asked for me to not mourn nor grieve, I picked up my pen and I wrote. It may never choose me again, but I am believing that to be mercy.
I like that one.
Thank you.
What what inspired that? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's basically, having a rough time with relationships and just love in general, regardless if it's a romantic relationship or like platonic or familial. Love is just a tough thing, and I feel like oftentimes if love was a real thing, we would be forgiving towards it, towards things we should not be forgiving for, just for the off chance that one day love will bless us again. So
Right.
basically, it's just saying that I'm no longer backing down. I'm no longer just letting it pass by silently.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. I know you got to get out of here, but I love having you back on, and I appreciate you coming on. And I'm gonna have you back on again. You're already scheduled for the birthday bash next week. You heard it here, guys. Birthday bash next week. We're gonna set it on fire. And thank you so much again for coming on. I can't wait to have you back on again. Again, guys, if you want to go follow her, it's Instagram, Beelzebub_Montgomery, or on Facebook at BLZ Poetry. And you can find her 2 books on Amazon, Hive Mind of Maggots and Nightgowns and Other War Memorabilia. I appreciate you coming out. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, guys. It was short but sweet, and I'm so glad she came on again. We're going to keep the show rolling. Our next guest is a new one on the show. He goes by Big Bird on the Beat. He's a lyrical artist, he's a producer, and an engineer. If you want to go follow him, you can follow him on reverbnation.com at Big Bird, or that's spelled BYRD. And if you want to go, you can also go follow him on soundcloud.com at BIGGBYRD, Big Bird. And on TikTok at Big Bird on the Beat. So I'm gonna bring him up here and play his flyer, guys. If I can find his damn flyer.
A cocoon.
Here we go.
Play it with me now. Like this
Yo, that beat is dope. I've also checked out some of your other stuff on SoundCloud, and your shit's dope, man. What's up? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing real good, real good. I'm out and about right now. I don't know if y'all can see it in the background, but we out here at the Glow Bar.
Oh, hell yeah.
Atlanta. Yeah. It's about to be real.
Doing it from the car. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So I always ask new artists when you got started and kind of why you got started, kind of what inspires you as an artist.
Okay, well, and pardon me, like I said, I'm in the parking lot, so pardon the lighting or whatever. But let's see here. You said when I got started?
Yeah, and just what your motivation and inspiration for writing is and what and producing.
Well, I got started with music. I started off as nothing but a rapper. Probably when I was about 13 or 14 years old, something like that. And being honest, man, I couldn't afford the beats, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to learn how to make them. And then, I didn't want to wait on people to record in the studio. I also didn't want everybody wasn't the greatest rapper or whatever, but they was putting in on the session. So I'm like, you know what? Let me nip this in the bud too. I learned how to engineer as well. So I got good at it, and now it's my main source of income. What got me started was my dad. My dad, he still plays music in St. Louis, which is where I'm from. He sings the blues and he plays bass guitar. Music all in my family. My little sister, she sings, got a crazy voice. She got crazy pipes. My older brother, Trouble on the Beat. He'd have made a few tracks for people in the industry, like I believe y'all got a part of my memory. My memory ain't the best, but the first one that popped in my head because I love Polo so much. He did Polo Down by Young Dro. As well as a few singers, a few names that's notable. I mean, if y'all look him up, his repertoire speaks for itself, But yeah, and also, man, it's poetry. I love poetry. A lot of people don't know rap actually stands for rhythm and poetry. And I don't really talk to a lot of people like that unless it's business. But music, I can always get whatever I got to say out. Like I'm always heard through my music.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's therapy. That's what a lot of people on here say, and I always say that too. It's like this is our weekly therapy session, and I mean writing in general and just getting it out there is a therapy for everyone, man. And I appreciate you coming on here and sharing it with us.
I appreciate it too, man. And I also love helping people out with their therapy too, because in the studio I wind up getting a lot of people through some hard times by making their song come to life and stuff like that. So even first timers, kids, all of that type of stuff. Like I work with all walks of life.
Hell yeah, just bringing them all together and yeah. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's what you know what I mean. I have everyone on here. Anybody who is artistic and has something they want to get out there and show, man, you're welcome to come on here, So
I appreciate you having me on, man. I be checking out your show all the time. My girl Queen come on here and go crazy with it. Like,
oh yeah, she does. Fuck yeah. People love her. I put out the vote, and this past week it blew up, yo.
I voted for him. I voted. I should have got me a little sticker.
Yeah. So what's the first or you're only doing one tonight. I apologize. What's the piece you're gonna be sharing with us tonight?
Yeah, man. I'm only doing one because I'm out and about. If I was at the studio, then I would have did like two of them. But this one right here. We'll get you back up at some point. We'll get you back up at some point. Cool. I'm with. I'll come back anytime. Well, the name of this song right here is called Smoke by Myself. All right. I did the beat for it. Of course, I wrote all the lyrics and everything, but I believe I'm going to find a singer that can actually sing to do the little hook on there. But, a lot of people get the words. Yeah, I like to smoke by myself.
All right, hell yeah, man.
All right, so I'm gonna give a little test run real quick and make sure you can hear the music and everything. It's not too loud, is it? Okay, nope. Cool. All right, y'all. I'm not gonna sing this shit because it's auto tune all over it, but I'm gonna rap the words the best I can. So y'all work with me. Hey, hey. I see the difference between the shit they saying and they doing. Negative energy, motherfuckers steady trying to keep me to it. I don't want to do it. I feel the change when I let my son move to St. Louis. He missing his siblings when I was his age. I was going through it as a little nigga. It's getting crazy in this cold world as it getting bigger. Since it been gone, everybody can tell. A part of me missing, man, I really miss him. I see me and him. They be the scary part because the curse come with the gift. Everybody want to catch a ride, but don't want to put gas in for the trip. I be wanting folks to go with me down the rabbit hole, but the words don't leave my mouth the way I feel it in my soul. I'd rather never tell a soul, so I smoke by myself. Don't know who to trust, try to open up, but what I done seen keep me in the shell. I keep to myself. And we don't fuck with nobody else. Before I battle somebody to listen to me or I let them talk me to death, I'ma smoke by myself. Hey. You can ride with me, but tonight, I hope y'all jamming to this shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Hey. In the garage, sitting and swatting flies, looking at the coordination between my hands and my eyes, looking at the sky, waiting on the rain from the clouds to arrive, looking at all the good and all the bad I done in my life, thinking about all this shit in history class that was actually lied, thinking about all the love that I received that was just a disguise, wondering what would have happened when I got shot if I actually died. So many random thoughts inside my head I wish I could describe. Man, I could be an acrobat and fall off my trampoline, break my arm and have to wear a purple polka dotted sling. They gon' slap me on my shoulder as if I won't feel a thing. So I smoke by myself. I be everybody's fault. They gon' vent to me the most. They know I ain't about to let nobody try and crack the code. But now the vault is full and ain't nowhere for all my shit to go. So I smoke by myself. Ooh, Lord Jesus, y'all. I got one more verse. It's hot as hell in this car. I know y'all see my face glowing. It's all good. All right, last verse, y'all. Hey. All right, last blunt of the night. Not another one in sight. It's 2:59. I'm sleepy as hell. How come I can't close my eyes? A lot on my mind. Too many dollars to find. Can't afford to lose a dime. Feel like I'm out of time. Can't give up. That's what they tell a nigga all the time. The older I'm getting, the less I'm dealing with people, man. It's getting redundant. Rinse and repeat with a lot of the shit that these people saying. I don't understand. My nigga, this it. This about to be a hit. We about to get rich. But if that's the case, why you twisting up your face when I ask you what your budget is? They want something for nothing. That's just simply not the move. Just like you got bills to pay, I got to pay them bitches too. I bet you would understand if you've been through what I've been through. So I smoke by myself. Woo! And that's it, y'all. I hope y'all was rocking with me.
Hell yeah, yo, I definitely was. Yo, we got people in the comments saying you on fire, bro.
I damn so am on fire. I'm hot as hell.
Yo, my homeboy said you're sweating because you're on fire, dude.
That's what's up, man.
That was fire, dude. I want that shit on my playlist.
Oh, that's no problem, man. And I got plenty more.
I be driving around listening to that shit. Hell
yeah, man. Everybody who like to smoke by themselves, that's one of their favorite songs when I play it for them.
Go for a walk and drinking with the headphones. Yeah, man. Yeah,
all the time. In the garage, I be playing that song. It wasn't just a rhyme. I be in the garage swatting the hell out them flies.
Yo, not only that, like it's a jam. You got the bars and the flow, but like you're actually putting like your heart into it, your soul into it. You're like talking about your problems and your struggles in life, and it's hard to combine all of those elements and make it sound good. And you did it you did it fantastic, man. That was dope.
I appreciate it, man. It was exactly how I was feeling right then. I had just made the beat. I was smoking by myself. Everybody was getting on my nerves. Motherfuckers steady trying to get free stuff. Oh, man, but this about to be the next biggest. And so, you know what? I don't want to talk to nobody. Let me just get in the booth and get this off my chest before I blow the hell up.
Yeah. I
There
feel
you
you.
have it.
I feel you. Sometimes you just got to sit down and get it out, yo. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's from here to the pad, and I've written stuff that it's literally 6 minutes long. As long as it took me to write it, is as long as it takes me to say it. I've wrote it, you know.
Exactly. Hey man, sometimes it take me. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it takes me way more than a day to finish a song because
Yeah.
I'm a perfectionist. I'll listen to it and I don't like that. I need to change this. I need to go back. But to
Yeah.
me, it's worth it when it
I
gets
can
to
be
the
rewriting
listener.
for weeks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I feel you. It is. It
And then
is.
on top of that, working on a lot of other excuse me, had a few shots. On top of me working on other artists' music, it's also hard for me to get mine in too. So I find out that a lot of the songs that I actually do get to record be vent songs. But people love it, so I don't know. Since I'm older
Hey,
now, that might be my little lane. I don't know.
keep keep it going. Keep it
Oh
coming,
yeah.
man. I've heard your shit, and I can't wait to hear more of it, man. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate it too, man.
One
Um,
more time, guys. Before we get out of here, before we get him out of here, Reverb Nation, Big Bird, SoundCloud, Big Bird, TikTok, Big Bird on the beat, and anything else you want to plug.
all you got to do is just go on Google and type it in. All to pop up on the first page is BIGGBYRD. And my number is right down there at the bottom. I'm pretty sure you can see it right there.
Yep.
Everywhere.
It's
My number everywhere. Y'all,
788-336480, and he's got studio time and beats on deck.
that's right. If anybody out there, if y'all want to do a commercial, spoken word, anything, it don't have to be a rap song. I do everything from country music to K-pop, everything in between. For a good price. More bang for your buck. Bang, bang, bang.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you. I'll catch you later. I hope all goes well with your next event.
Almost definitely, man. I'm about to step up in here now. I got people in the parking lot that were jamming while I was performing for y'all. So thank you for that too. I might got some new fans out here.
Hell yeah. It's what it's all about.
It's all because of you, man.
I'll catch you later.
All right, man. I'll be
appreciate you
easy.
coming
Much
on.
love to everybody out there.
Hell yeah. Good luck, man.
For sure.
All right, guys. We're going to keep the show rolling. That was dope. I hope I get to have him back on here again. Our next artist, he's been on here before. He's another throwback artist that y'all voted for. He's back to speak Bibles of truth and be amazing on purpose. That's what he said last time. I'm saying it again. Be amazing on purpose. It stuck with me, man. And y'all already know who it is. He's one of Sacramento's top 50 MCs. He's got a book called The Transition out right now. And if you want to go follow him, you can follow him on TikTok at Garnett Rogers 677. Influence the masses, everybody. Let's get him up here.
Not want to blow up, by you not want to show up, by you not want to expand, that's a sin. So that's what led me to this piece right here called Weekly Prayer Meeting. Feel me on it. If the pastor getting rich, then I should too. No, I didn't go to seminary school, but where is that in the Bible, minister? After that, he on hush. Yep, shut up. Pimp turned pastor, you better run. Yeshua told me you better go and get it. The Bible doesn't say be scared and timid. You already know. I'm going to speak it wherever I go. Like David speaks in Psalms, this that proverb flow. The church doesn't say start a business and with God be relentless. Yeshua told me you better go and get it. The Bible doesn't say be scared and timid. The church tells me stay on my job and put up with that nagging boss. I'm one finger past postal, antisocial. I can't do it again. They doing another offering? Man, this is my last 10. When Yeshua gave the command to be fruitful and multiply, you thought he meant go get it in, get a wife, get married, with and have a gang of kids. But Yeshua was talking about bands way back then. Yeshua told me you better go and get it. The Bible doesn't say be scared and timid. It's your boy, Influence the Poet. on Instagram. This your boy, Influence the Poet on Twitter. This your boy.
What's up, man?
Yay.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing always.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We got to throw a twist.
I appreciate you coming back on.
Oh, man, you already know, man. I'm going to show up, man. 99% of success is showing up, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to be there. You got to be there to be the best, or
Yep.
even have a foot in the game. So I feel you. I feel you. I mean, a lot of people already know you, but for those who don't, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, man, like I said, the name says it all, man. It's self-explanatory. Influence the masses, man. God put me here for a reason. God put me here to be amazing on purpose, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to influence the masses until I take my last breath, and I'm in that casket with a smile on my face because I know that I left a legacy. I know that I won many souls. I know that I broke a lot of chains and showed people that they have a purpose and a calling, and that everyone has a gift, and it's your duty. It's your duty to showcase that gift while you are here alive and breathing.
I appreciate that.
Anything lesser than that is unacceptable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that is like, I mean, at the core, what the show is all about. I mean, people ask me all the time, do you make money off the show? And no, I don't make money off the show. I could at some point, but it's not about that. It's about leaving a legacy, not just for me, but for everyone else, and being able to share my gift with everyone else and have everyone else share their gift with the world, because that's how we change the world. That's how we leave our legacies. And like, I appreciate you coming on here and just spitting the truth and just showing us all how to be amazing on purpose.
Yes. All right. This piece I got is inspired from the Passion of Christ. There's a piece in there where Jesus is walking down the corridor and he's carrying his cross, going to get crucified, and Mary and John are watching him walk down this corridor where people are spitting on him, people kicking him, people saying kill him, people saying put him on the cross. And these people that he healed and freed them, gave them sight and cured the disease and whatnot, and raised the children from the dead. These are the same people. So Mary says that to John, can you get me close enough so I can just go and give him his last kiss goodbye, before they go and kill him, and just tell him that I love him and I appreciate what he's doing. So John, listens to Mary, and he gets her all the way close up to him, and one of his eyes is all the way closed shut. He can only look at her from one eye, and she gets up to him and she's looking at him, and she tells him that she loves him and she appreciates him, and he looks up at her and says, "Mama, don't cry. I'm about to die, but this is not goodbye." So that's why this piece is entitled, "I'm About to Die."
All right.
And that's how we should be with our loved ones. Right. I'm about to die, but this is not goodbye.
Absolutely, man. All right. I'll get myself up out of here. Let's hear it.
As we parlay in the upper room, we break bread with the bread of life, and we toast with the blood of Yeshua. I tell my disciples, I'm about to die. Peter looks at me from the right. It is written, the Son of Man must die. But mama, don't cry. I'm about to die, but this is not goodbye. The Lord didn't tell what Judas did. The Lord knew Judas sealed it with a kiss. Judas had an itch to be God's equal, to get more attention. That's it. That's what drove him to snitch. Mama, don't cry. I'm about to die, but this is not goodbye. Peter yells out, Lord, we will fight for you. The Lord says, devil, get thee behind me, because the devil trying to blind me, then divide me, then lie to me to stop my assignment, the only assignment that my Father has called me to be. Mama, don't cry. I'm about to die, but this is not goodbye. I was given 39 lashes, but I still must go. You pierced my forehead with this thorn wreath, but I still must go. I carry my own cross. Mama, I know you hate to see your only son go. But mama, don't cry. I'm about to die, but this is not goodbye. I'm about to die. Influence the masses.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That was fucking dope.
Appreciate it.
I mean, I appreciate you coming on here and sharing your message with us. You talked a little bit about it beforehand, but when did you write that? Is that a new
Yeah,
piece or something that's
I wrote that, brother, right after I watched The Passion of Christ.
okay? And
Yeah,
you see that like as soon as it came out, or was it more of a recent like um thing for you?
no, it wasn't a recent thing. I've had it for a while. It's just that, I'm just at a time in my life that, you know, just people need to hear it. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't know. A lot of people don't know the great sacrifice that happened, for us to be standing here and breathing and living today. So it's just been, tugging at my heart to do an encore with it. It's been around for a while. I think it's in the book. I think it's actually in the book, but
Oh, awesome.
God's been tugging at my heart to do an encore with it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always those pieces that are like you got to perform them over and over again forever because they never leave you. They're a part of you, and they're literally a part of not just who you are as an artist, but who you are as a person, and they just need to be heard. And I definitely get that. So I appreciate you coming on here and sharing that with us.
Thank you.
I'll catch you again in a few minutes for your next piece, and
Okay.
make sure y'all go follow him on TikTok and check out his book, The Transition.
Yes,
Catch you
sir.
again in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right, guys. So this next artist that I'm bringing up, she is new here. Her name is Sharon Province. She's a nonfiction author. She's going to be sharing some of her excerpts from a book she's writing. And she's also looking for beta readers for that book. If you are interested in reading it and giving her some feedback and stuff like that, email her at gcoffee61381 at hotmail.com. That's GEE coffee 61381 at hotmail.com. And I've already read some of her stuff. I think it's awesome. She's got a great narrative, great writing style, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. So tonight, though, she actually has asked me to read one of her pieces for her because she likes my narrative voice, and I appreciate the compliment, and I mean, I'm just honored. So I hope I don't mess it up. I'm going to do that at the end of the night. And her other pieces, she's got them pre-recorded for us. So I'm going to play her flyer and bring her up here, and we'll get to it.
It's the closest to death I have ever been. The chemotherapy takes you as far down into hell as you've ever been. Melissa Etheridge on what makes her a survivor. Life is better now. I wouldn't do it all over again, though. It's funny how life works. Maybe it was meant to happen for many reasons, because my life, in many ways, is richer. Juliana Rancic on surviving breast cancer.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, you're muted. I got you. Oh, there we go. Hold on. There. I think we were pressing it at the same time.
Sorry. Yeah,
It's
I have
all
a
right.
bad habit of that.
How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I love doing this show. I love having people on here. I love seeing all the talent and just like I said, giving people an outlet to, like first of all, a therapeutic outlet, and then second of all, an outlet to just share their artwork.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've loved everybody that I've heard so far. Beelzebub, I seriously got crazy goosebumps. She is amazing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Every time she reads something, I think I said it last time she was on the show. Every time she reads something, I get goosebumps, and it's a lot of it is darkened, but like that's what we do here on the show. Is we, like I said, we express our feelings and our inner demons and whatnot.
Yeah.
But so tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what got you started.
Well, I'm not really sure. I think it was probably kind of like a therapeutic writing process. My husband and I had moved back to the Midwest and to an area that we both grew up in. And for me, it was kind of like haunting and plagued with bad memories and, the occasional run-in with some idiot that, I dated or whatever, dealing with past things. Also trying to kind of deal with, my mother had passed away from breast cancer and just kind of mulling everything over. And I decided that I needed to stop being angry at everybody that I've dated in the past. So I created one human character and just made him the biggest douchebag on earth and decided, kind of Lemony Snicket style, I was going to give him a series of unfortunate events.
I like that series.
And
when I was a kid.
Yeah, it just kind of ended up turning him into a redeemable character on accident. And many pages later, I'm like, I gotta finish this. So
sometimes that's what happens with characters that you're writing. They kind of just take over and do their own thing.
Absolutely.
Because we create them and then they become real to us and they're alive on the page. So they kind of do their own thing. It's hard to describe that phenomenon to someone who's not a writer, and I've tried, and not a lot of people understand it. But I definitely understand what you mean, how the character kind of just takes over and does its own thing and leads you in a path you weren't expecting.
Yeah, absolutely. And being able to write about something that is personal to you, but change it in such a way that it becomes fiction and it's no longer your story. It's definitely, it's like free therapy. It's a way to get it all out, but change it just enough to where it's not yours anymore.
Right.
It's just out there in the universe. So
pieces of yourself in the character so that you can just release it. I definitely get that. And I don't just write poetry. I actually started off writing stories when I was younger. And I have a lot of stuff that I still plan to do something with. But yeah, I definitely understand that. So what's the name of the first piece that I'm going to be playing tonight? On the you have it pre-recorded for us.
I'm
gonna play it.
I think is it The Dream?
The first one is The Dream. I apologize. I was just giving you an opportunity to introduce it.
I don't know. I forgot.
I have it all.
A long day.
I would forget too, but I just have it all in order in front of me because I'm a scatterbrain. But yeah, I'm gonna drop us both out of here actually, and I'll play the clip.
Okay.
I thought my eyes would never stay shut, nor would my mind stop racing, but eventually it did. I slept so hard I almost slept right through my alarm. I was dreaming I was on a city bus and every bump it went over made my massive double D-sized breasts jiggle and ache. Men smiled and stared. Women gawked and competitively slathered on lip gloss. I actually felt embarrassed in my dream. The bus came to a stop and I stood to exit, but when I did, my shirt buttons popped open and out bounced my giant hairy boobs stuffed in a trashy Victoria's Secret knockoff bra. An alarm sounded as everyone laughed and pointed at my boobstrosity. I tried to close my shirt, but it was gone. I found myself panicking to get out, but the crowd wouldn't let me get by, and the alarm grew louder and louder. I awoke gasping for air and covered in sweat. The time in the alarm read 9:07. Fuck! I had to be at Pig's office in less than an hour.
I'm pretty sure boobstrosity is not a word, but I like it.
Oh, it's a word now. It's a word now.
Okay. All right. And you know what?
You can say it.
Shakespeare made up words, so
Right.
yeah, fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I like it.
So for context, the main character, Billy, is a man, a young man, and he is dealing with a new diagnosis of breast cancer. And he's a very vivid dreamer. So I decided, since he's going to be a vivid dreamer, what would Billy dream about if he found out he had breast cancer as a male? And
that was very vivid. Absolutely, you nailed it. I mean, it's hard to do as a writer is the description, and then you also nailed the feeling of like complete embarrassment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That the character's going through, but yeah, you did it in it's very obviously when you it's part of a larger piece. It's an excerpt, but it's obviously a dark thing, but you do it in a way that not only gets across how he's feeling in the moment, just the sort of the dream where you go to work where you don't have pants on, only 10 times worse.
But in this case, you have giant hairy man boobs and they fall out. Yeah.
Right. And but you did it in a way that like I think everybody got a chuckle out of it. And
good. I hope so.
I think it's good to like take things that are dark and kind of depressing in nature and make light of them. I do that at least, and it helps me. So
yeah, I think there's so much negativity and things out of our control that happen in life that are just confusing and painful, and if you can find a way to laugh about it, it makes it bearable. And sometimes your brain will find a way to laugh about it even if you're not prepared to.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I understand that 100%. I mean, like I said, I always say that there's two things you can do. You can either laugh about it or cry about it, and I just choose to laugh because it's easier and it helps me get through things, and I appreciate that it does the same for you, and I think that your work will obviously that excerpt, but when the entire thing is done, I think your work will speak to a lot of people in a deep way, but also like help them kind of like have a chuckle and laugh through things that they might be going through and whatnot.
Awesome. I hope so.
My mom passed away a few years ago. It was basically a form of lung cancer. It's called Langerhans. But a lot of it obviously after she passed, it was a very dark time. But I have a sister, and me and her will sometimes make jokes about things, and people look at us and be like, geez, and it's like, yeah, that was kind of dark, but she was our mom, and we're allowed to make the jokes between us, and it helps us. So back off,
And your mom, she probably would have laughed as well. So
yeah, she would absolutely laugh about it too.
Well, I'm very sorry for your loss. It's rough.
I'm sorry for yours. But I appreciate you coming on and sharing that with us, and I'll see you in a little bit for your next one.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right, guys, we're gonna switch on back to Influence the Masses for his next piece. Let's go.
All right. I'm back.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing on purpose.
Hell yeah. What Just out of curiosity, what time is it for you right now?
It is 6:46 on West Coast time.
You still got daylight, man. I'm sitting here in the dark. Everybody's going to bed.
Yeah, still daylight, brother.
Yeah. So what's the next piece you're gonna be doing with us?
The next piece I'm gonna do is something that really, really touched me this year. We're getting ready to head into 2024, but this story at the beginning of 2023 really touched me. From a brother, Tyrese Nichols. Okay. And we watched the execution on TV. We watched 5 police brutally beat a man to death on live TV. Wasn't about color. It was about life. It was about just life. So January 7th, I want you to 2023. That's
you're skipping out, and I don't want people to miss that part. Say that again.
January 7th, 2023. That was the day that we witnessed someone get beat to death. So you talk about mental health and whatnot. I kind of went into like a depression. I kind of went into anxiety a little bit. I got to the point I was scared to drive. I felt, intimidated when I was driving while black. Wonder if I would get pulled over. Wonder if it would be my last time seeing my family. Wonder if it would be my last time just living life. I didn't know. After that happened, everything was on high alert. Well, it's pretty much been on high alert the whole, the last couple of years due to, a lot of police killings and whatnot. But, that right there just had me just out of all the stuff that I see, apart from George Floyd, that right there was like, wow. And then, what makes it the worstest, is that the paramedics came out and there was 3 paramedics that was in the vehicle and only one got out and administered first aid to him. So they said he would have survived, but due to the long wait, it was cold and his wounds were just out there exposed to the elements. That was the cause of death. That's why he died. So it gets to the point now that even the paramedics goes on the police officer side and says, well, if you don't like him, we don't like him either, and we're not going to treat him. That's also what we witnessed as well. That the paramedics that raised their right hand to swear an oath, to minister health and do what the EMT is supposed to do. They said we're not going to help him as well. We're going to let him just sit up there and die. And he just sat up there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And then finally, when he got to the hospital, it was too late. So a lot of people are outraged. A lot of people are upset. But at the end of the day, we have to forgive those 5 police officers, because what did God say when he was on the cross? He said, forgive them, for they not know what they've done. So we have to carry that same mentality, because we're made in his image. We're made in his image. So we have to think like he thinks, and we have to forgive those officers in due time. We have to forgive them, for they not know what they've done.
All right.
And they thought their lives were worse than now. Their lives are going to be way worse than it was until they repent and turn their life over and ask God to forgive them for what they've done.
Yeah.
So I call this piece, My Father Forgives.
All right, man. Well, let's I'll drop myself down out of here, and we'll hear it, man.
Crooked cops take me in a dark alley. They say to teach that boy a lesson. Everyone gets hit with the black stick. They call it dirty dancing. It's all good, when the black man gets what he deserves for resisting arrest and giving us physical contact. God said, I got to forgive the police for Tyreek. What you mean? I mean, in due time, God said we have to forgive the police for Tyreek. With my kind in the jungle, police don't even take warning shots. Close range chest shots. He's in handcuffs. I wonder why his heart stopped. When you saw Colin Kaepernick, bending down on one knee, but do you know what it feels like at night when you go to sleep, knowing that the cops killed one of your seeds? But God said, we got to forgive the police for Tyreek. What you mean? I mean, in due time, God said, we got to forgive the police for Tyreek. Mama's crying in silence. The devil loves the violence. Kids on the block still dying. Under oath, police still lying. Telling the public they sorry for lying. Tyree Nichols, gone way too soon. When we gonna put another black man on the moon? But God said, we gotta forgive the police for Tyree. But God said, in due time, we gotta forgive the police for Tyree. Influence the masses.
Hell yeah, man. You did that one last time, and it hits me. It hits me just as hard as the last time I heard it, and as well it should. And appreciate you coming on here and sharing that with everybody. And you do a lot of your pieces are about, you know, influencing, exactly what your name is, influences the masses, man. You live by the name. You say the messages that need to be heard and that people are uncomfortable with, and you say them anyway, man. And like, the world has gone so soft and so sensitive, and it's so like everything's like censored with what we say, and some things, man, need to be said. And I appreciate you coming out here and you saying the things that need to be said and influencing the masses. So I appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So are you stick around for the end of the show so I can say thank you, but are you gonna do a third piece, or are you good with two tonight?
I got a third one, man.
Third one? All right.
Yeah,
all right.
I got a third one.
Okay. I'll catch you again in a little bit then. All right.
All
right. All right, guys. We're gonna bring Shannon back up here for piece number dos. And I didn't mean to appropriate any culture there. Number two. Let's bring her back up here. Hey, how you doing?
Okay, are we doing the mic war again? No, okay.
No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good. Yeah. So what is the name of the second one that you're gonna be sharing with us tonight?
I don't know. You helped me name it earlier. Thanks. Good talk.
Thanks. Good talk. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good talk. Yes. I remember. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm gonna play it. I like this one. This one.
And I do have a disclaimer. There is some language in this particular piece that I personally would find offensive if I was talking to someone and they spoke this way. But this person's not a likable character, so please just know that is not how I would.
Right. A general disclaimer. I mean, something people have to understand about poetry and songs and books in general is, we as writers, we create characters. I mean, Slim Shady's got albums of him just killing people, and he doesn't really do that in real life. You know what I mean? It is, like we were saying before, it's a way to express different things, and we create characters that don't necessarily reflect our own opinions.
Yeah.
So I think most people understand that. So, but I appreciate that disclaimer. All right, so I'll drop us out of here and I'll play it. This is a fantastic showcase of her dialogue ability, everybody. I just wanted to say that
Thanks.
I'm not good at writing dialogue, and this is fantastic. And you reading it, I read a lot of audiobooks, and your narration voice, fantastic. I'm gonna shut up and everybody else can hear it.
Carmichael, get in here. You're late. Sit down.
You were in a meeting. I was here right at 10.
Don't argue with me, boy. You won't win. You're late if I say you were late. Now, did you bring your papers from your little classes?
Yes, sir. I also got my 1-month chip for both classes.
Whoop-de-fucking-do. You went a whole month without fucking or drinking. Try being married for 25 years. Says here you passed both UAs. That's good, because if you failed just one, I promise you'll see jail time.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Shut up! I wasn't done talking. Your fag boss also said your hours were cut down to part-time due to some medical crap. What medical crap is he talking about?
Well, for my essay class, I had to get an STD test. I don't have an STD, but my blood work came back funny, and now I have to get like an ultrasound and some tests done at the oncology center.
Oncology center. I'll want all your tests and results in writing as soon as you get them, in case you try to use this as an excuse to get out of your probationary obligations.
Yes, sir.
Don't yes sir me, you little shit. You ruined my little girl's life. Now get the fuck out of my office.
Oh, I keep doing that. I keep doing that. I apologize. Oh man. Yo, that was awesome. Like I said, I listened to a lot of audiobooks. And I would listen to that. Every time I go to buy a book, I click on the like read sample thing just to see if I like that. And if I heard that, I would definitely buy that book. So,
I don't think they would let that be a sample.
you know what? I've heard worse on Amazon. I have.
Sure.
There is. I mean, it's the home of KDP, which is self-publishing, which is where I plan to get published, and I suggest that to everybody else too. I don't support big corporations. I think they fuck you out of everything. You're gonna get less money at first as an independent artist, but you're gonna have to pay less people, so it's a bigger part of a smaller pie. So I always say go with Amazon Publishing or something like that. And they also, like I said, they are good at letting people like the freedom of speech and letting people put a lot of. There's a book on there that I got recently called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Yeah, so it's a good place for self-expression. I don't know if they would let that particular. Maybe they'd bleep it out. Maybe I don't know. You'd have to see their guidelines. But that was a fantastic display of both your dialogue writing ability and your narrative ability.
Thanks.
You want to talk a little bit about it? I know it's a part of a bigger piece, but you want to talk about like the characters or what inspired that? Or?
Well, our friend Billy is on probation for lewd and lascivious. I won't say what he did to be on it. It's in the book, and it's funny too. Everything to me has to be funny, especially when it's just really like, oh, what the fuck were you thinking? And he goes to see his probation officer. He kind of hints at the fact that he knows the probation officer's daughter, who is also in law enforcement. He does have a run-in with her at some point. It's brief in this story. It was just kind of a little something that I threw in there because I thought it would be funny to make that particular character's father his probation officer. She's brief,
an interesting dynamic. That would be an interesting dynamic. I'm not. My dad might be watching the show, but if my dad was my probation officer, oh man, that would not be. I would move to Mexico or probably like New Zealand, somewhere without an extradition policy, somewhere where he can't get me. I mean, yeah,
well,
interesting dynamic for sure.
Parents know how to scare people. In this case, Billy had a one-night stand with his daughter to get out of a parking ticket, and it led to things that were not expected. And so, of course, her dad is his probation officer for something completely unrelated to that one night stand. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I appreciate you sharing with us, and I want to hear more of that. Whenever it's I'll be one of your beta readers. I know you were looking for beta readers.
I'll send you.
Again, everybody, she's looking for beta readers at G Coffee 61381 at hotmail.com. Hotmail is I have not seen a lot of people with a Hotmail.
I'm old.
Very unique and rare, and that's crazy. And I was like, you sent me Hotmail, and I checked my calendar. I was like, is this 2005?
I only have Hotmail because a while back I had to get rid of my AOL email address. So I'm old. I'm very old.
Hotmail, hell yeah. Well, I am sure a lot of most of my audience and people listening, people who come on the show, they're all older than me. My next week is my birthday bash. I'm only turning 22. So pretty much everyone I bring on the show is older than me. But so I'm sure a lot of them will appreciate your Hotmail. Yeah, like I said, I'll
meet
message
up at Shady Pines for ice cream and bingo.
Yeah, I'll message you at some point, and we can talk about maybe me becoming one of your beta readers.
I'd love that.
And like I said, anyone else, she's got
Ooh,
fantastic.
Reaper has Hotmail. I'm not alone.
That's my brother, I believe, who just commented. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll catch you again in a few minutes. I'm gonna read your third piece for you. But yeah, I'll catch you again in a few minutes after Influence the Masses. All right.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Influence the Masses back up again. What's up?
What's up? I'm right here.
Hell yeah. What's the third one you got for us?
The third one I got, man, is for the ladies.
For the ladies.
Gotta do something for the ladies.
All right.
Something in this world right now is something that's really missing. A Proverb 31 woman.
Okay.
You know, and the problem I got with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and all this and Beyonce is they're teaching our young women how to, dress trampish and just let it all hang out and just not care about yourself and just be eye candy. But the thing about it, they're not teaching their own kids that. See, they're teaching their own kids to be respectful, be wonderful women and raise right and carry yourself, like a woman. But they're teaching the girls out in the world to be hoes and be tramps and let it all hang out. And that's cool. But nobody talks about a Proverb 31 woman. So this piece,
that I am not familiar, but I am interested to find out.
Okay, well, let me enlighten you. So through the poetry. So this piece is entitled "A Teammate" because that's what I need. I don't need a nympho. I don't need a hoe. I don't need a whatever. I need a teammate.
Hell yeah!
I need a helpmate. Yes, that's what I need. So we're gonna call. That's what this piece is called, teammate.
All right.
Last but not least, this is the last of the three the hard way. So we're gonna get it on this one right here. You got a lace front weave. That's it. But I can't see the God in the queen. What you mean? I mean, be bold and free. Proverb 31 woman is what I want to see. Your booty on stack, but keep pushing. Your head game, all that, but keep pushing. If you didn't know, being sexy is not one of the fruits of the spirit. I see your booty posts. One word, terrible. I see who twerking the most. One word. Unbearable. I see who TikToking the most. One word. Who raised you? That Jezebel spirit really got you. If we not praising God while we making love, I guess it's just not you. Being sexy is not one of the fruits of the spirit. I need queen status when I step out the Bentley. I need queen status when they ask who represents me. A proverb woman moves in a different way. I don't need to see her naked. Her grace and her wisdom makes me want to stay all day. And wife this one, bruh. And put a couple carrots on this one, bruh. God sent this one for the rib, bruh. I need a teammate. Proverb 31 woman. Influence the masses. Gotta take this off my mute. I can't hear you.
I'm muted. You gotta go with the mute button. Hell yeah, man. We need a ride or die. We need a Bonnie to our Clyde. Hell
yeah.
We need a teammate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel that, man. It's in a relationship's all about carrying equal weight and supporting each other. You know,
exactly.
nobody should be carrying more weight than the other. And yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I feel that we need a teammate. Hell yeah. It's gonna be my new relationship anthem.
There you go. I need a teammate. There you go. There you go, girl. Let them know.
I appreciate you coming back up. I would stick around for the end of the show. I'm gonna bring you up just to say thank you one more time.
Okay.
Everybody else, first of all, go be amazing on purpose.
Yes.
Second of all, go check out his book. Is it on Amazon?
It's on Amazon.
It's called The Transition, and go follow him on TikTok at Garnett Rogers 677. Thanks for coming on, man.
All right.
Peace out. All right. We're gonna end the show with Shannon's last piece and then my last piece. And before I read her piece, I'm gonna bring her up here to see if she wants to say anything about it before I read it. Shannon, are you on? Here you are.
Yeah, hi.
Anything you want to say about the piece before I read it?
I keep doing that, sorry.
Okay.
This one's kind of hard for me. I kind of rushed writing through it. Just, it's one of those things where sometimes you have to get things out, but they hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So just pull it like a thorn. Disclaimer, it does involve the topic of suicide if, you or anyone is dealing with suicidal ideation. There's help out there. And I know you always stream the banner at the bottom, so that's
Absolutely.
awesome. And I am so glad you're reading this for me. So
one thing before I go, I forgot at the beginning, for your last piece, you wanted to plug the cancer, the Cancer Donation Society. Yeah. So if you guys visit donate.cancer.org or call 1-800-227-2345, you can donate to the Cancer Society. It's something that affects us all, whether you have it or someone who has it. You're affected by it, and it's one of the biggest diseases that they still haven't cured, or at least released a cure to the public. So but yeah, I just wanted to put that up there real quick for you, and then
awesome. Thank you.
Another disclaimer: suicide prevention, the 988 hotline. I'll put that up there real quick too, for this next piece I'm about to read. In case trigger warning, there is relation to suicide in it, so I'll mention that for you.
Thank you.
But yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna drop you out of here, or do you want me to keep you up here? I'll keep you up here.
No, I'm gonna. Well, you can. I'm gonna mute myself though.
All right.
Okay.
Good. All right. Let me get to it here, guys. It's got to pull it up on my screen. Here we go. All right. I paid and left the diner with a deepening feeling of dread. My next stop was the Royal Liquor Store. It was a good 30 minutes away from my home, but it gave me a chance to think on the drive. Rush hour was picking up, and I could sense with every delay that something was wrong. I bought Alan's favorite beer, then decided to pick up a pizza for him. They tacked on another 45 minutes in addition to my drive, but I felt it necessary. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. But I felt it necessary to bring an offering. I arrived home just before 6 o'clock. The house was dark. It was still barely light out. Everything felt off. The note was still tacked on my bedroom door, but he had still definitely been there at some point. Something in his handwriting seemed frantic, though the signature was solid. I made my way to the kitchen to find a full bottle of gentleman whiskey on the table with another note. Save half for me, buddy. I put the beer in the fridge and took him up on his written offer and drank half without a chaser. By 7:30, I was hammered and in desperate need of sleep. I crashed on my bed without so much as taking off my shoes. In my slumber, I dreamed of tidal waves and wind chimes. When I awoke, I heard birds chirping and the morning traffic. My clock read 6 a.m. I felt immediately guilty for passing out for such a long time. I had assumed Alan would wake me up when he got home and we would talk. Perhaps he had tried, who knows. I made my way to the kitchen to see the bottle empty and the ashtray full of butts. I cleaned the table of the rubbish and started the coffee pot. Afterward, I showered for as long as the hot water would let me and decided to boil eggs for me and Alan. I set the timer his grandmother had glued to the wall and proceeded to my bedroom to dig out a book to read. The timer went off before I could find the book, so I just gave up on the idea. On my way to the kitchen, I noticed Alan's door was left cracked open. A piece of paper was folded neatly on the floor. Only 2 words were written on it. You win. Between the crack of the door, I saw 2 profile Chuck Taylors floating a foot or 2 above the floor and an overturned chair. The right shoe dangled, unlaced, followed by Alan's favorite jeans above them. In my recollection, they were swaying back and forth, though I now think that was just me before I blacked out. The events that followed are a bigger blur than I can recollect. I will simply say 911 was called. I was asked questions. The eggs burned in their shells, and a coroner left with the only friend I ever had. How did I do?
You did great.
I appreciate it.
You nailed it.
I apologize for the technical difficulties halfway through there.
It's okay.
But other than that, I hope I did your piece justice. I appreciate you, and I'm honored that you even trusted me with that, because I would be so hesitant to trust somebody with my work.
No, I think you did great. Like, I love your voice for this piece. You carry a lot of emotion. And your voice in my head is very similar to how I hear this character's voice anyway. So I'm just so like humbled that you were willing to read it, and I love it. You did great.
I'm equally humbled that you trusted me to read it. And I mean, it was also equally easy for me to kind of get into the mindset of the character. I've written similar pieces to things like that. It's very in the same vein of the stuff I write. It's in my wheelhouse. So like I was very easily able to slip into that character. I think your writing is amazing, and I would love to hear.
I think yours is amazing too, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Is that part of the same book?
Yes.
It is okay. So
Yes.
that is our main character, Billy.
Yes.
Who finds his friend.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so intrigued by this story. I want to know more. I can't wait till it's done. Like I said, hit me up, and I would be honored to read more for you and give you my
Awesome.
feedback.
I would love that. And you are, there's my hand again. I'm sorry. You are so good at being able to like pick out certain things, and you have like I guess, I don't know if it's an eye or an ear when it's reading, a brain for it. I don't know. So I would love if you wanted to do some beta reading. That would be awesome.
I mean, with that one, with your writing in general, it's very easy to understand like where the emotional parts should be. I mean, you know what I mean? The first part of it, it reads he's driving home, he's just doing his normal daily routine. So it reads differently than the end of it where he's like, oh shit, something's going on, and then he finds his friend, and like it reads progressively darker and I kind of got that tone immediately as soon as I read it.
Yeah, when I sent you the different pieces, I was really hoping you would pick that one. That was the one that I could really hear your voice in it. I feel like you carry such strong emotion with the stuff of yours that I've heard that was amazing. I know I've shared one of yours a couple times all over Facebook because I just really enjoyed it.
I love the support. Thank you.
But yeah, again, thank you so much for reading it. I greatly appreciate it. You did awesome. I know you were.
Thank you.
I know you were a little nervous.
I was nervous. I didn't want to fuck it up on you, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'm gonna read one more of my own, and then I'm gonna bring you guys back up one more time just to say thank you, and then we'll get out of here. All right, have a good one. All right, guys, it's been a long night. I got a short one for you. This one is called "I Know," and I'm just gonna get right into it. I know what it feels like when your soul is close to breaking. I know about the anxiety fits and the shaking. I know about the cold sweats when awaking. And I know about the smiles that are no longer worth faking. I know what it feels like when you feel like you have nothing left. I know about that feeling that's caught deep inside of your chest. I know that sometimes you fantasize and imagine your death. I know you've thought about it in such depth that it eats at you inside, and it's sometimes hard to take a breath. I know that what you really want is just to get away from the stress. I know you're not suicidal. I know you just want to rest. I know about the days when you curl up in bed and you turn off your phone. I know about the fear you feel when you're faced with leaving your home. I know you feel the world would be better off with you on your own. And I know you feel helpless and scared. But I want you to know that I know what it feels like, and you're not alone. And that is that piece. I appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. I'm going to bring them all back up here. I appreciate the other two artists that came out of here and had the dip real quick, Beelzebub and Big Bird. And I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody in the comments and everybody on Facebook and YouTube and everybody who's going to go watch this tomorrow, and just all the support is amazing, man. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you. And that was beautiful. Like,
thanks.
You got me like watery eyed. That's beautiful.
I appreciate it. I sometimes I'll end the night with a little tearjerker. I'm known for it, but I appreciate the support. Is there anything you guys want to say before we get out of here? No.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Thank you.
Keep doing it. You're awesome.
Make sure you guys go follow him on TikTok. Get his book, The Transition, and email her if you want to become a beta reader for her book, because when that thing comes out, it's going to be amazing, and you're going to be disappointed you didn't get a sneak peek at it beforehand. and it's gonna come out, and you're gonna have to pay for the thing. So I mean, get it while you can.
Get it for free while it still sucks.
Right?
Make
No,
it better.
absolutely, it doesn't suck, but we're definitely gonna make it better, and I'm excited to work with you, and I hope everybody else will join your team as well. But yeah, go check them out, guys, and thank you for coming. Have a good night. I appreciate you guys for coming on.
Thank you. Good night.